Can you hear her? Okay. Where's Gimon? Gimon's out here every night. Where's he at?
What number is he?
He's the ref.
Oh.
The ref that I was talking to yesterday.
It's just him. He's out there on his own.
It's just Caleb?
Yeah,
This is going to be a rough one.
It's just Caleb. That whistle's going to be real tired.
Those are the things. Those are the things you need to say.
See, I told you, like, on the spot, it'll come to me. It's just when I'm pre-planning, I'm like, what?
No, that's just how it is. That's how the intros are. Oh, there he is. We've got two officials.
Big guy.
Gimon Cloutier and Caleb
Not
Van
only,
Horn.
he's 11, because not only is he the #1 ref, but he's also #1 that guy.
What did you say?
I said he's number 11, because not only is he a #1 ref, but he's also a #1 that guy.
#1 ref on the ice and #1 in our hearts. That's number 11 there for you, Gimon Cloutier, closing the penalty box door, talking it over with the scorekeeper as we're getting set to go. All right, Chloe, you can unmute us. Hello and welcome to the Southern Hockey Network. My name's Gavin Coker, joined alongside Lena Kay, who's pulling double duty tonight, running the camera, is on the call for me. And Chloe, our producer, joining us as we get set to drop the puck. Officials in this one, Caleb Van Horn and Gimon Cloutier, as the Trash Pandas taking on the Mighty Bucks. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. As the puck is dropped and we are underway, the Mighty Bucks Lapham with the puck, tried to get a pass away, but not able to get it. Now the Trash Pandas trying to move it up the other way. Now controlled by the Mighty Bucks, dumped into the zone. Lapham back forward, down low into the corner. Montana Flash Gordon there for it, tries to chip it up the boards and does. Now Matt Witt was trying to play it, a chip play up by the Pandas. Back defensively are the Bucks. Are going to spin it up the boards to Witt. A 3-on-2 opportunity. Witt skates it, drops it to Lapham. Lapham a shot, that one goes wide. Looks like it caught a stick of a Trash Panda. And just trying to move it up. Taken away by Lewis for the Mighty Bucks. A check there along the boards and kept in for the moment by the Bucks, but pushed out by the Trash Pandas. Now battle along into the corner. Trash Pandas try to send it around the boards and out. Johnson now a 2-on-2. Makes a backhand move, a blown tire by the Mighty Bucks. A shot, that one saved by Scotty. Ralph Scotty in between the pipes tonight for the Mighty Bucks. Dominic Murray between the pipes for the Trash Pandas. Now Mighty Bucks trying to move it up. It's turned over, but able to use the forecheck to force a turnover and come away with it. Now the Trash Pandas going to get it out. Backhand pass to neutral ice, taken away by Bronner. Bronner trying to move it deep into the zone. Sealing the blue line where the Trash Pandas, not allowing that one to get deep. And now Witt with it. Gets it on the backhand, sends it deep. And we're going to get a whistle here for offsides. Caleb Van Horn uncorked his whistle. Be a first whistle of the game. .9:28 left to go. Mighty Bucks come away with it, trying to get a pass up to the point. Gets it on the backhand. They'll dump it deep. Keep it in the zone. A shot, that one rolls in on Murray. Makes a big save. Stick taps on the bench from the Trash Pandas. That one escapes the zone. Now a chance to skate into it. Mighty Bucks seal that one off. Send it back into the Trash Panda zone. Montana Gordon back for that one. Trash Pandas up the other way. Dumped further into the zone. Trash Pandas trying to set up the cycle. Comes out to the corner. Van Horn had to skate over that one. Not playing with the stick today, just officiating the game as that comes out to Montana Gordon. Tries to fire a shot. That one gets blocked. Still able to send it back around. Now down in the corner, comes back out to the point for Gordon. He takes a shot. That one rolls in on Scotty, who makes the save. Now up the other way, the Mighty Bucks. Cut at center ice. Onside a shot. That one rolls in on Murray, and we'll get a whistle there. With 8:12 left to go.
Yeah, so far the Mighty Bucks have shown a really great defense.
Yeah, we've seen both sides have some good opportunities. Pretty much 1-1 if you're going to talk about high danger chances, and looking to see which team's going to find a way to break it. Both had low scoring games in their last affair. Both only have 1 goal on the season. Trash Pandas tied against the Polk Checks as that one flies up into the Pandas bench. That one thrown back out on the ice. David Lapham going to settle in for the faceoff versus Clyde Favelli. Bucks win this one. And chip it up the boards. Trash Pandas try to clear it out. Down the ice. And that's going to be an icing, so we'll get another whistle. Had over 4 minutes without a whistle, and now 2 quick ones in the last minute. So we'll see a face-off to the left of Murray. Van Horn had to skate down and get that puck and hands it off. So we're set for the drop. Bucks win it. Doing a good job controlling the face-off, but not able to keep that in the zone, and now the Bucks are going to have to touch up. On the Trash Panda to slow things down and get the offense set up. Pass up the boards. Matt Witt got a stick on it, slowed it down. Allowed the captain, Graham, to get a pass away. Now Bronner cuts in, has it taken off of his stick by Clint Gordon. And now up the other way are the Pandas. Not able to move it up. Bronner gets it to Lapham. Lapham driving downhill, face off a shot. That one saved by Murray. Pass to the slot. Witt not able to get it away, tied up in the skates. Now the Trash Pandas up the other way. Pass cross ice off the boards. And what a play defensively. But still with the Pandas, they shoot. That one gets blocked in front. Matt Witt taking a shot there. Now Lapham trying to go the other way. Trash Pandas just going to dump it in, get some fresh legs out there as the blue line's going to change. Icing waved off. Now chipped around the boards. Trash Pandas come away with it at center ice. A 3-on-2 rush, but not able to keep it on the stick. And the Mighty Bucks come away with it. Turned it over in the center ice. Witt's going to send that one further into the zone. What a play by Johnson to turn and catch that one with the stick. Now trying to move it out of the Trash Panda zone. Clears it, forcing the Mighty Bucks to touch up. The captain, Graham, with it. Tries to dump it deep. Trash Pandas get a stick on it, send it back the other way. Matt Witt with it now. Chipped along the near side boards at center ice. Sent into the zone. Cutback move past the slot. No one home for that one. Bronner was there, but just not able to get a stick on it. Lewis going to send that one deeper into the zone. Trash Pandas trying to take it up. A little bit of a collision there. Now the Trash Pandas, a 1-on-3. A good stick by the Mighty Bucks, turns it over, and now chipped up the boards. It's a race for the puck as this one's going to roll on to Murray, and we're going to get an icing called. 5:32 left to go, and seeing a little bit of a late addition to the Mighty Bucks bench. Showed up a little late to the game, but still able to make it out there. This puck's dropped. Trash Pandas win it, but it escapes the zone. Montana flashed Gordon back for it. Tries to cut up ice. It's contained for a moment and then has to turn over. Is just not able to get out wide and move the puck up the ice. Now a chance for the Pandas. Forced back behind the net, looking to find a pass into the slot. Nobody there. Gets it out to the point. Gordon, a shot. That one rolls in and they score!
What a shot.
The Trash Pandas break it open from the blue line. That's Clint Gordon, the captain of this Trash Pandas team, getting on the board and giving them a 1-goal lead early in this one. You want your captain to set the tone, and Clint Gordon does that, and we see a spill on the ice over getting on the bench. It says it's the ice. I'm not sure if it's the ice, the skates, or the skater, but sometimes you take a spill. It's okay. All these guys can skate better than I can. There's a reason I'm up here in the booth. They're down there playing, but
like I always say, if anyone falls or anyone trips, it happens to the best of us.
You blame it on the ice and you get back up. As Lapham tries to drive in for a shot, got tied up on the way in. DiNicolo Lantonio getting in the way there. That one shot by the Bucks on a screen, but Trash Pandas is able to get a shot away. So that was Lapham taking a sharp angled shot, trying to raise it to that right corner. Mighty Bucks showing some pressure after giving up the first goal of the game. So now Mighty Bucks are going to have to touch up. The puck was offsides. Wooden's still in the zones. Got to get back onside. There's now a chance for the Pandas. Down low in the corner, trying to get the puck free. .348 left to go in the first period. Graham chips it up the boards, but kept in by Favelli. A little push there at the end of after that shot. A little bit of collision between Graham and Favelli. So now a pass to the slot for Favelli. He shoots, and what a save by Scotty. An excellent pass by the Trash Pandas, but absolutely highway robbery from Ralph Scotty on that save. Now Montana Gordon trying to drive it up. Why the Trash Pandas going to get some fresh legs out there. Tries to chip it deep. Not able to get around Matt Witt. He's playing forward today. Was in a game last night playing defense. So 2 games in 2 days. The legs get a little tired, but he's out here playing. So now Johnson with it for the Trash Pandas, wearing a little bit of a retro Trash Pandas jersey. Driving in, has it on the backhand. Looks for a pass to the slot, hits off the side of the goal. It's like hit the iron. I like the pass first mentality from the Trash Pandas, creating some opportunities at the slot. Now Matt Witt is going to chip it around Montana Gordon, but Gordon able to seal the blue line. Now looking to get a pass away. Gets the pass, a shot. That one rolls in on Scotty, who was ready for that one, makes the save. So 2:22 left to go in this first period. So we're going to see a new blue line pairing out there for the Trash Pandas. As Borges hops out there for the Mighty Bucks. Van Horn drops the puck, comes out to the slot, not able to get a clean shot away. It gets blocked, but comes out to the slot. Once again, a shot, and Scotty making a glove save, and is just going to stand up after that one. get the legs loose. Some big saves by Ralph Scotty in this first period.
Making it look too easy.
I don't think people give goalies enough credit. The hand-eye.
Not.
And that was a great save there. Made 2 real big saves in the past 2 minutes. As that one riles in, and Scotty with another save.
I can't imagine how heavy all that equipment is, and to be able to move as quickly as they do, it's insane.
I'm going to have to get a nickel for every time I say Scotty makes a big save in this one. But I'm not cashing him out. Don't come asking me for nickels after this game. I'm not paying him out. I'm just saying. We'd have a lot of nickels. You might get $1.50 at the end of this one as that one rings off the iron. Mighty Bucks trying to move it up the other way, but Trash Pandas still on the forecheck. They're going to send it in, try to get it towards Scotty. It just rolls back behind the net. Bronner's going to take a little spill there, maybe caught a stick from Johnson, no call. Bucks still trying to get it out, but kept in by the Trash Pandas. Seeing some good forechecking, putting on the pressure on the Bucks, which has been the difference in this first period. With under 1:30 left to go. Trash Pandas offside, so they're going to have to touch up. Mighty Bucks trying to take it up the other way. Bronner skates in. He's lost in his skates, tries to get a pass across to Witt. Good defense by the Trash Pandas, keeps that pass out from the danger area. Now Trash Pandas get it out of the zone. Bronner turns, gets it on his stick, was going for a change. It's going to chip it into the zone. As both teams get some fresh legs out there with 1 minute left to go in the first period. Montana Gordon gets the pass right off the bench. It's chipped in. Alec Graham's going to flip it up the boards. Top line unit out there for the Mighty Bucks. But Trash Pandas still pressuring a shot. That one by Jeff Burnett. Now they're going to try to create something late in this one. Montana Gordon keeps it in the blue line, sends it around the corner back behind Van Horn. But they're going to say it escaped the zone. And now sent back in by Clint Gordon. 20 seconds left to go. One more rush for either side. If one team can find a way to set it up, as Woden drives in a shot. That one's blocked off the stick of Gordon, who's not quite showing the flash out there, but that's a style of defense. Stay and make the offense make the move, and it's worked so far with 3 left to go. And we're going to see a spill at the end of the first period. Clint Gordon firing one from the blue line. Gets it past Scotty, and that's been the difference in this one. Looks like these teams are going to see another tight scoring game, as both of their games went either way. Mighty Bucks took a 3-1 loss to the SLugs last week, but that one kind of went down to the wire. There was a lot of momentum, as everyone's going to get a 2-minute breather. The officials will sit down in the penalty box and talk things over. See some players on the knee for the Trash Pandas after a tough first period, a lot of skating. I would say it's late at night, but this is one of the earlier games this week. An 8:45 puck drop, and we still got a game going on after this. So
depends on who you're asking. 8:45 can be late for some people.
Well, it's past Lena's bedtime. That's for sure. But for me, this feels like another great night to be here at the Polk Athletic Complex, taking in a good adult hockey league game. And we got to shout out Sync Sports for setting up the starting lineups, the score bug for us, keeping us running here on the production side. And also the Slap Shop Bar and Grill providing us food, free drinks while we're broadcasting. And if you're looking for some good food in Polk County, come out to the ice rink, catch a free skate, catch a stick and puck. Maybe a pickup game on Saturday if you're looking to play some hockey as well. And then get some food at the Slap Shop Bar and Grill. They've got wings, drinks, anything you can think of, it's there. And it's the place to be here in Polk County. Both teams starting to get ready to go. Mighty Bucks looking to get back into this one. Goalies will switch sides. Give each other a little fist bump there at center ice as they switch sides. A lot of respect between the goalies on all the teams in this league. They all cheer each other on, and it's been a fun one between the two goalies today. Scotty's been tested a little bit more, so if the Mighty Bucks can maybe catch Murray off guard, get one past and put one in the back of the net. It only takes one to tie this game up.
Yeah, Gavin, this might be one of my favorite matchups so far. It really could go either way.
One of the better jersey matchups that we're seeing, too.
Oh, yes. I am absolutely a huge fan of the Trash Pandas for sure.
I know you're a big fan of green as well, so these Mighty Bucks jerseys, we might have to get you one. I'll see if I can talk with the team and get you one. No bias.
It is true. Green is the best color, and I will stand by that.
As now Lapham trying to get a pass to the slot. Man, Montana Gordon there for it. Trying to play it off the boards to himself, pressured by Witt on the forecheck, but Gordon's going to come away with it. A good stick by Lapham, but it's going to escape the zone, and Caleb Van Horn blows the whistle there. Just barely past that blue line for offsides. After having 4 minutes in that first without a whistle, a very, very quick one here to start the second. Maybe the break wasn't long enough for Van Horn in the penalty box in between the periods. Sometimes the refs need a breather. They don't say that, but you can tell when they're a little gassed out there.
Yeah, I did predict that Van Horn's whistle would get a little fired up there, so I'm waiting for that.
Well, at first we thought he was going to be the only official in this game, but got some help. As now the Pandas driving it up the other way. They have a 3-on-2, a shot in on Scotty, and he's going to make a save. We'll see the whistle there. Game on. Scotty once again being tested. If you're the Mighty Bucks, you got to force that back behind the net. You can't let those shots from the face-off dot. Lapham settles in for the draw, loses it. Trash Pandas come away with it. Try to get a shot away, and the Mighty Bucks are going to chip it out. And now Lapham skating into it. We'll have a 2-on-1. Has a pass to the slot, gets it off, just not able to get a shot away. Now pressed along the far side boards on the half wall. It's going to escape the zone. Now pressured. Mighty Bucks are going to get it up despite the forecheck of the Trash Pandas. And Murray's going to play it up the boards. Now going the other way, a 2-on-2. Both teams get back, and Trash Pandas is going to force it back behind the net. Look for a pass to the slot on the backhand. Doesn't get through. Hits off the back of the net. Brenson slides into that one, now battling for it along the boards. Neither team able to come away with it. Now it escapes, and the Mighty Bucks are just going to try to chip it out of the zone, but kept in by the Trash Pandas. Has it on the backhand, tries to shoot. Scotty a save. Gets a pat on that one, kicks it out wide, and now Graham a chance to skate into this one with some speed, but it's going to roll into the corner, and we're going to see a whistle here for icing. With 9:58 left to go. So this faceoff is going to come down to the left of Scotty. He's wearing a DG Avani jersey last week. That one was in honor of his uncle. He was telling me after the game. Now he's out there, has the Mighty Bucks jersey on. Some players switching teams, new players join the league, so it takes a little bit to get your jersey, but what an honor for his uncle as he was wearing that jersey last week. It's now pass out to the slot by the Bucks. Graham's going to keep it in, but the Trash Panda is going to come away with it with some speed. Graham trying to get there, gets a stick on it, no call. Some good hustle there, able to get stick on puck and not get the stick in the skates. As now this one chipped up the boards by Gordon, catches a weird part of the glass and bounces just by Caleb Van Horn. Stayed in the zone, but Trash Panda is able to get it clear out to center ice. Bucks get it, they'll force a turnover. Both teams playing a little hot potato with the puck in the neutral zone. Now Graham has it at center ice and will slow things down. Gets it to Bronner, cross ice, a drop pass. Now moved back up to Bronner. Bronner trying to get around Gordon, and Gordon once again sealing the wall. Just center cross ice, but Johnson getting a change. So no one was there for the Trash Pandas. Now we're going to see Graham hop off for the Mighty Bucks. Boers once again trying to drive down past Gordon, and Gordon not having any of it. Doing a good job shutting down the wall in this one, showing flash of his Florida Southern moccasin days out here at the Polk Athletic Complex. Looks like he's still wearing the mock color gloves when he plays, so maybe a little bit of ties to the team. So now Matt Witt chips the puck back for the Mighty Bucks. 8:15 left to go in the first period. Boers driving it downhill. Cuts into the slot, tries to get through. A good stick check by Clint Gordon. You got the Gordon D pairing. That one stays in the zone, and now a chance for the Trash Pandas. They're driving downhill, 0-on-1, a shot. That one saved by Scotty. What a save. Absolutely shutting down the Trash Pandas after giving up that first goal, but has looked sharp. As now Boers cuts in, has a chance, a shot, saved by Murray, another shot, and that one's going to drive back behind the net. Backhand pass around the boards. That was the Mighty Bucks' best chance of the game so far. Even a better save by Murray, because that's going to escape the zone. And we're going to get a whistle for offsides as that catches the skate of the Mighty Bucks. 7:22 left to go. Both teams get set. Pucks drop. Trash Pandas come away with it. Try to drive downhill. That was Savelli in the draw. But now the Mighty Bucks trying to move it up the other way. Lapham gets it to Lewis. Lewis chases after it on the forecheck, and it's going to take a hard hit into the board, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game. This one's going to go against the Trash Pandas. So Mighty Bucks going to get a power play, and luckily, Lewis got up, is okay, and you can see Trash Pandas checking in on him. We'll see who's headed to the box. Looks like DiNicolo is headed to the box. So now an opportunity for the Mighty Bucks to tie this one up with the man advantage. Lapham in there for the draw. Rolls in towards Murray. Witt's back for it now. So Mighty Bucks trying to get the cycle going. Chips it back down low for Lapham. Tries to get to the slot. Doesn't get past Montana Gordon, who's now battling for it down low. Witt sends it out to the point. Goes close. A shot, that one goes wide. Trying to maybe to catch a redirection. Now Alec Graham at the point. He takes a shot. That one rolls wide of the net. Lewis trying to get a shot away. Now Lapham turns. It was on Witt's stick, just not able to find it as it was bouncing. Another shot block. A shot, that one saved by Murray. Still not cleared. Mighty Bucks putting on the pressure, taking advantage in the first 40 seconds of the power play, but the Panda's going to get it down, but not all the way, but it is going to come out of the zone. Favelli passes it back to Gordon, who's going to kill some time, settle things down. Lapham's going to chase after him, try to get it out, and Montana Gordon with some experience here. Mentioned it, there's low ceilings here at the Polk Athletic Complex, so you can't do the high flip, but is able to just keep it on a line and get it out of the zone. And now some stick checking going on by Johnson and Graham. A 3-on-2. Graham cuts in, gets away from him. Lapham settles it down, gets it out to Lewis. 40 seconds left to go on the power play. Lewis a shot, that one's blocked. Doesn't get through, another shot, that one rolls in and they score! A power play goal for the Mighty Bucks ties it up in the second with 5:39 left to go. Two goals, both from the blue line. Starting to see some blue line magic in this one. That was Christian Boers taking the shot. Not quite sure that one got redirected in front, but credit to Boers with the shot. We're going to say he got the goal. Like I said, not sure if it got redirected in front. An excellent play by the Mighty Bucks and some early pressure. A way to take advantage of the power play and tie this one up. Now Bronner trying to get it in. Once again, a little bit of hot potato in, neutral ice. Panda's going to get it down, no icing. It comes out to the point, escapes the zone. And now moved up by the Mighty Bucks. Mark Brenson back for it. Pass up ice just out of the reach there of Goff. Brenson back for it. Sells it down, looks for a pass, gets it to Johnson. He's going to chip it past Bronner. A little stick there, but no penalty called. Johnson trying to drive it hard downhill. Now sent in the zone. Was offsides, but no whistle blown as the Trash Pandas were able to get possession. Trying to move it up are the Pandas. Drop pass, Johnson gets a shot away. It gets blocked, gets to Goff, goes out wide. You're going to see a spill by Gross close there. Now skating into it. Are the Trash Pandas. It's going to come out to the point. Bucks still trying to slow it down, get it clear. They'll get a pass away. And now up the other way are the Mighty Bucks. A 2-on-1. Drop pass to Bronner. It's lost in the skates. And Murray comes out with the stick to play it. Takes away the trailing shot. Good defensive play by Murray there. Woden sends it into Bronner. Bronner off the skates. But after a long shift, just tries to get a pass to the slot. Out of the reach. Now Borders was skating hard into that one. Has the goal for the Mighty Bucks in this one. Now down low in the corner. Battle along the half wall. Near side boards. Boards battling back behind with Gordon. Gordon gets it away. Now it's going to escape the zone. Up the other way are the Trash Pandas. They're going to have a 3-on-1. Toe drag move. Graham takes the puck away. A good defensive play there. Trash Pandas not happy. Arms up for offsides. Gave the Mighty Bucks some time. Pass out of the reach of Witt. Now Hayford with the puck down below us. Dumps it into the Trash Panda zone. 2:47 left to go. Now Lapham tries to chip the puck around Gordon. And now up the other way. DiNicol Antonio, who's trying to drive it wide, but pressured there by the Mighty Bucks. And now Hayford's going to skate it in, pressured by Witt. Gets it into the zone. Now Hayford on the backhand, trying to get a pass through to the slot. A pass, a shot. That one saved by Scotty. It's still loose. Now we'll get a shot away. Backhand try. That one goes back behind the net. Hayford's back for it. Starting to see some pressure from the Trash Pandas. A shot pass across. That one to Burnett. And that one rolls in on Scotty for a save. Gets that one 5-hole and gets the cover and keeps this one tied. Both teams are starting to find their footing in the second period. We mentioned the Mighty Bucks taking advantage of the power play. It's just about which team can continue to get some set plays going, some good passing, and find a way to put one in the back of the net. This one's going to escape. Witt's trying to pressure Gordon. Gordon wins the battle. Chips it up the boards. Hayford pressing along the boards there by Lewis. Now comes back to Gordon and plays it with the backhand. And now Lapham's going to chase after it. But Clint Gordon's there. Murray's going to play it out to the far boards. Trying to get it through to the slot. Witt drives in a shot. That one goes wide. Murray was out of position. Had a lot of the net uncovered. And Witt just not able to pick his spot. Now Hayford trying to get it to Burnett. Stick tied up by Boers. Strong play there by the Mighty Bucks. Starting to see some chippiness between both sides with under 90 seconds left to go in the second period. Lewis going to send it around the boards out to Lapham. Lapham a pass back out to the point for Lewis. Lewis driving downhill. That one shot blocked in front by Clint Gordon. Comes out to Boers. Boers gets it to Graham. Graham to Lewis. Graham a shot. That one saved by Murray. Out to the near half wall. Pass towards the slot, gets blocked by Montana Gordon in front, sent around the boards. Lewis not able to get a stick on it. Escapes the zone. Graham sends it in. Bucks are offsides. They're going to have to touch up. Montana Gordon sends it up the boards. Gets it to Jeff Burnett. Burnett's going to cut across center ice. Stick check by Lapham. Gordon's going to get around Lapham. Now Gordon cuts in. Drives into the slot area. Toe drag move, a shot. That one goes wide of the net, and he's going to go for a change. Kept in for a moment by DiNicolo Olantonio. Now the Mighty Bucks the other way. Borders with that full head of steam. Cuts in. Not able to get a shot away. Rouse behind for a pass to the slot. He's looking for Wotan. Trash Pandas able to get a stick and push it out. Now Graham has it. And that's going to do it for the second period. Both teams with good opportunity. Mighty's Bucks take advantage of the power play, tie this one up, and we've got a 1-1 game headed into the third period. Lena, what have been your thoughts on this game so far?
You know, it's just a lot of back and forth. I really can't tell you who I think is going to win this game. I'm still waiting for a really good Selly, though. We've seen one or two, but I'm still waiting for one that just takes the cake.
If there's a game winner in this game, you guarantee, you kind of have to guarantee we're going to see a Selly, especially if you get to overtime. We haven't seen too many overtime games. Only, if I remember, 2 this season. One for the first game of the year between the Ice Brothers and the Ugly Pucklings, and then one last week with the Trash Pandas where they took on the Polk Checks. That one went the full 5 minutes, ended up in a tie. So hopefully no ties here tonight. We see a game winner and maybe a ridiculous Selly. I won't say ridiculous because no Selly's ridiculous. All of them are great. And Sellies, please, please show us some great Sellies. That's what we love to see here on the Southern Hockey Network.
It's always better to go big than go small.
Exactly. Go big or go home. Don't even put the skates on if you're not going to Selly. That's what beer league's for. Big Sellies. Maybe a little showmanship. So both teams talking over what the strategy is, and Trash Pandas late in that one just didn't have as much jump in their step, weren't able to get out of their own zone as clear, and maybe some of that's the momentum from that power play goal, and the Mighty Bucks started to string that together, realized what was working, got some good passes to the slot. So 12 minutes left to go in this one. Both teams tied at 1. And the great part is we have another game right after this one.
Yes, we do.
Ice Brothers are going to be taking on the Moose. Both teams looking for their first win. Ice Brothers have a loss and an overtime loss on the season. Moose played last night, had a rough go against the Bear Sharks, but looking to get back in the win column today. Both teams, like I mentioned, still looking for their first win as we get set to drop the puck here in this third period.
Hey, it's a new day. You never know.
Wednesday was one day, Thursday's a new one, so should be a good one here as both teams get set. But it looks like maybe he's got the wrong stick. Now he's got it, but now he's going to head back to the benches. Mighty Bucks finally get their 5 out there, and we're ready to go. Both teams have their top units out there. Spill there by the Mighty Bucks along the half wall. Now chipped up by the Trash Pandas. Trying to set the tone early in this one. Johnson driving downhill, backhand shoots. Scotty with a save. They got a little too fancy with it, ran out of real estate. Not able to get a clean shot away as Scotty makes the save, and this one sent down the ice for an icing. An easy whistle for Van Horn as this faceoff is going to come back into the Mighty Bucks zone. So this faceoff is going to be to the left of Scotty. Puck's drop. Trash Pandas tie it up and come away with it. They'll send it further into the zone. Now it's going to come out to Clint Gordon. He's got a goal. Excuse me, that's Brinson. A shot. That one goes off the pad of Scotty and out to the corner. And now Witt the other way. Trying to use the speed to get past Brenson. But Brenson answers the call. Pass comes out to the point. Grows close. Gets it to Boers. Boers tries to get a shot away. That one off the stick of a Trash Panda and cleared out of the zone. No icing. Didn't have enough on it. Smart play by the Trash Pandas as they'll get that top unit out there, that top D pairing. That one out of the reach of Grows close, and now a chance for the Trash Pandas who turn it up the other way. Driving downhill, Boers, a shot, Scotty with a save. And we'll get a quick whistle there. 10:32 left to go. Seeing some good back and forth, both teams finding a way to ride the momentum from that second period, but so far Trash Pandas kind of controlling things after they got that icing early in this one with 10:32 left to go. Puck shot bounces to the near side half wall. Woden back forward, just kicks it back towards Scotty, who's going to pass it, and they're going to move it up the ice. Gets past Hayford. And now a chance for a 3-on-2. Fanned on it, not able to get it, and not happy about that. Just not able to get a strong pass away as now Gordon's going the other way with Burnett. Gets a shot away, rolls in on Scotty, he'll get a save. Maybe wasn't quite sure where that one ended up, but when you don't know, you just stop moving. You hope you've got it, and you hope you cover it, and that's an example of that right there by Scotty making a big save.
You know, anytime he makes a save, I immediately want to think, beam me up, Scotty, but he doesn't even need those beams there. He's got it all by himself.
Little Star Trek reference for the Star Trek fans. I'm a Star Wars guy myself, so I know what it's from, but I've never seen Star Trek. That might be a hot take as that one rolls towards the net. Murray with the save.
Hey, at least you knew where it was from.
Now comes out to the point. Rolls in off the stick of Gordon. Back behind it. Pass to the slot. Not able to get a shot away. Lewis does get it away. And Murray makes a big save. It rolls back behind the net. Hayford's for it. Sends it around the boards and down the ice. I'm going to say no icing as Boers touched it. Boers is back for it with Lapham. And not able to keep it in the zone was Burnett. He tried to slap at that one and just keep it moving further in. Now the Mighty Bucks the other way. Woden with Lewis. Graham cuts in, has it taken away by Burnett. Battle of the sevens as Lapham and Burnett. A little pushing and shoving between the two. Lapham's going to get it out of the zone. It's going to escape past a couple Trash Pandas. And now they're going to skate it up the other way. Brenson out there. It's dumped in. Brenson in the corner. It's going to come out to no man's land there, and Witt's going to clear it down the ice. Ref's arm up for icing. Does it have enough on it? And it does, and we're going to get a whistle. 8:39 left to go in the third period. Starting to see some good momentum from both sides. This faceoff once again is going to come down to the Mighty Bucks zone. And I mentioned when the Trash Pandas get on ice and they are able to string together some good shifts. And that's an example here. It's a shot from the blue line. But now Bronner is going to come away with the puck for the Mighty Bucks. Lapham looks like he's double shifting right now and comes out to the point of shot. That one rolls wide of the net. Murray was ready for it. Trash Pandas able to come away with it, but the forecheck by Lapham. Trying to get a pass away to Witt. We're the Mighty Bucks, and now Trash Panda's going to get it out of their zone. But not completely out of danger as it's still closer to their blue line at center ice, and now Witt's going to get a weaker pass away, but it gets to Graham. He's going to try to cut inside. Does get inside, but a good stick check by the Trash Pandas forces it out. Wide, a shot in close. What a shot, and now a diving play, and we're going to get a penalty here. And we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to see a call going against the Mighty Bucks. That's going to be a hooking call. So now a chance to see what the Trash Pandas can do on the power play. This is going to be their first power play of the game. Mighty Bucks scored on one in the second period. If you're the Trash Pandas, both teams have had good momentum, but this is a crucial moment. This is when you feel like you get that game winner. as they're going to have the man advantage. That'll bring us down to 5:45 left in the third if the Mighty Bucks can clear it. So we'll see what the Trash Pandas try to get going here. Johnson settles in for the draw. They'll win it. Montana Gordon along the blue line, dumps it deep to the zone, starting to set the cycle up. Has Hayford. Pass across to Clint Gordon. It's down by the faceoff dot. Trying to get a shot away. Montana Gordon's able to keep it in. What an effort play there, but it rolls around to Bronner for the Mighty Bucks. Going to try to get it out, but the forechecking by the Trash Panda. Now a shot. That one goes wide the net. Hayford was skating towards the slot, maybe trying to get it onto the goalie and set up a rebound. Now Montana Gordon with it. Tries to chip it across, but not over the stick of Witt. And now Murray's going to come out to play it, but just left it for Gordon, who was back for it. Witt's going to go off. Mighty Bucks get some fresh legs on the PK. Killed off the first 50 seconds with 1:10 left to go. Hayford drops it to Gordon. Montana Gordon tries to get a shot. That one goes off the stick of Lewis, but down to the corner. Now a touch pass to Johnson. Johnson skates it back into the far corner. Trying to drive it back behind the net, looking for someone in the slot. Has Hayford at the point, gives it to the slot. It goes off a couple bodies and not gets through to Scotty. And now it's cleared the other way. Boers driving downhill. Short-handed, has Hayford a shot, and they score! A short-handed goal by the Mighty Bucks. Slams into the boards, and the effort shows off as they put it in the back of the net. And that's what they call a power kill, as Boers tallies his second of the game. Shows the shot from the blue line earlier in this one, and then shows the effort driving downhill. What a penalty kill by this Mighty Bucks team. And if you're the Trash Pandas, you still got 40 seconds. Now you have to take advantage with the way this game has gone. You haven't seen either team really giving up too much on even strength since that first period. So now the Trash Pandas are going to have to find a way to get one as Graham takes a spill. Lapham with the puck. Showing off maybe another power kill opportunity. Cuts in. Tries to get a backhand shot away, and great defense by the Trash Pandas. Now Witt with it. Sends it around the boards. Lapham first one to it. 19 seconds left to go on the power play. Now up the other way. Pass across ice. Goff going to skate into it. Witt's there. Witt just tried to pull it back to the blue line. Goff not able to send it in the zone, but it's on sides. Now he's going to escape. 2 seconds left to go. And we'll be back to 5-on-5. So the Mighty Bucks kill that one off and get a goal. Favelli tries to cut inside with a toe drag move. Loses the puck. Now sent further into the zone down to the near side corner. Gross close back for it. Sent around the boards. And chipped out of the zone. Now Matt Witt drops it back to Gross close. Pressured by Goff. 5:15 left to go. Now we're going to see some fresh legs for the Trash Pandas. It's going to escape the zone. No icing. Now Hayford slides into it. Has it on the backhand, trying to cut inside. Pressure to backhand, backdoor shot. What a play by the Trash Pandas, just not able to find the back of the net. Now Lewis driving downhill, pass across to Grossclose. Grossclose is shot in on Murray, and that's going to be a save. 4:42 left to go. Mighty Bucks have a 2-1 lead after getting a shorthanded goal. And wasn't much of a celly on that one, but when you slam that hard into the boards after getting a goal, there's not really room to celly. So you just gotta appreciate the effort on that one.
You know, I was thinking that is probably the most random celly I've seen, but you know, I'd count that. He put his all into that shot, and it was worth it.
Normally you see him jump into the glass. That time he just goes into the boards as this one rolls in on Murray, cleared out by Gordon. Now the Trash Pandas trying to move it up the other way. Hayford not able to seal the point. Now a pass across to Lewis. Lewis going to take it downhill. Puck taken away by Clint Gordon. Now the Trash Pandas up the other way, but unfortunately it's a 1-on-4. But just trying to get it deep into the zone. are able to. Tries to get a pass to Hayford, who's in the slot. Just not able to get that one through, and that's a credit to the defense of the Mighty Bucks as they're up the other way. Borders with it. Gets a pass to the slot, looking for an assist, a save, another save. Lewis got a shot away. Murray made a save, and now a pass to the slot. Lewis not able to get enough on that one. It rolls back to the slot, another shot, still loose, and what a save there by Murray. Not sure Montana Gordon maybe got a stick on that one, but credit to Murray. He's made some big saves late in this one. Now Bors cuts inside, a good move there. Showing off the silky mitts, cuts inside, looking for the third, a shot, that one saved by Murray. Now comes out to Montana Gordon, who's gonna chip it. Try out of the zone, but Bronner takes a hard shot from the blue line, rolls in on Murray, and now cut in another shot at the back door, and they score! The floodgates are open as Mike Lewis tallies a goal. And now a 3-1 lead for the Mighty Bucks. That's 3 unanswered for them as they are cruising right now in this third period. So 3:10 left to go, and you have to start maybe thinking about calling a timeout, pulling the goalie. If you are the Trash Pandas. Now driving in a pass back door for Wotan, but not able to get there in time. Started once again to see the pressure. Wotan gets a pass on the backhand, a sharp angled shot. It's saved by Murray. And now Johnson skating it up. 2-on-2, tries to cut inside. Grossclose gets a stick on it, still loose. Wotan's gonna pass it back, and that one's gonna be cleared out of the zone by Graham. And now skating it up the other way, the Mighty Bucks. Driving in, shot on the backhand, a save by Murray. Still with the Bucks, another shot on the rebound. That one goes to the far side corner. Murray getting a piece of that one. 2:21 left to go. Johnson with it for the Trash Pandas. Sends it up through center ice. Now pinned along the board, slowing it down are the Bucks as Graham's just going to clear it out of the zone. They're going to move it up the other way, 2-on-2. Cutting inside, an opportunity to shot. Murray a save. Good reaction save there from Murray. Has been sharp in this one despite 3 goals. That's not quite the story of this game. It's just the Mighty Bucks with the great passing has created good opportunities, especially on the rush. 1:45 left to go. Johnson gets it to center ice, out of the reach. Graham tries to shoot that one down back the other way, but no icing. They're going to say he got a piece of it. Now send up the boards. Clint Gordon comes away with it. Now out at center ice. Johnson driving downhill, a shot in on Scotty. It's still loose, trying to get a backhand. Not able to get a shot, and Montana Gordon had his arm up, wanted a call. Talked about being a friend of the ref last week and ended up in the box and looking for the call there. No call coming as now Lapham driving up the other way. Shot in, that one saved by Murray. Under 60 seconds left to go. Another shot, that one rolls in on Murray and he'll get a cover. Clock's gonna stop with 56.3 left to go. If the Trash Pandas can win this draw, you gotta wonder if Murray's gonna go, if they're gonna pull a goalie and try to get a late push in this one. Seen some empty net opportunities from some teams earlier this year. And so now a chance maybe for the Trash Pandas if they can get some possession. But if you're the Mighty Bucks, you're content just to skate this into your own zone if you have to, as Lapham has to touch up. Murray just kind of leaning on the goalpost there. Maybe not going to go with under 40 left to go. As now Montana Gordon's going to skate in. Murray's going to stay in between the pipes. Drives to the slot, a shot, doesn't get through. He's going to escape the zone. 23 seconds left to go. Now Graham with it. Backhands it, can't get it past Hayford. 13 on the clock. Lewis is going to skate it up, gets it past the red line. He's just going to dump it back to Lapham, and that's going to do it for this one as time's going to roll off. The Mighty Bucks are going to flip the script and get their first win of the year, 3-1, scoring 3 unanswered, 1 on the power play. Trash Pandas opened it, had some momentum, and the Mighty Bucks just able to take it away and continue to keep it rolling with some great passing, some good team play, including, you know, they've had a goal in every way pretty much other than a penalty shot that you can score it. Short-handed, power play, even strength. That's the game that the Mighty Bucks want to play, and that sending a message to the rest of the D division here at the Polk Athletic Complex Adult Hockey League. Well, that will do it for our first game of the night. We'll be back in approximately 15 minutes after an ice cut for the second game as the Ice Brothers are going to take on the Moose. So thank you so much for joining us for the first game. We'll be back in 15 minutes here on the Southern Hockey Network YouTube channel.